We are back, 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 it up, back, back, back. Back on the Speak Life Transformation YouTube channel with me, Natasha. I'm here. I'm always here. I haven't left you yet because listen, we are on lesson number 7 out of 8. We still have work that needs to get done, and I'm definitely not going to leave you. We're almost to the end, and this is all about lessons for authentic and purpose-driven living. And lesson number 7 is jam-packed. Listen, I have my notes today, y'all. There's no free styling off of what I remember. No, I need notes because this is how much some goodness that I'm about to deliver to you. And I did not want to forget. I do not want to forget any of it. And so, yeah, you and I, it's me. Did you set some time aside? Because listen, it's going down for lesson number 7. Let's go. So again, it's me, Natasha Bryant. I'm a licensed clinical social worker, psychotherapist, confidence mindset coach, here to bring you lessons going to help you authentically live your life and have a purpose-driven life. Lesson number 8 is all about being present, powerful, and purposeful. You heard that. Being present, powerful, and purposeful. That's what lesson 7 is all about. So you already know is going down. Before we get to business, as you know, we need to stop, pause, take a moment to subscribe if you have not subscribed already. This YouTube channel is all about wellness, mental wellness, helping you live your best life as your best self unapologetically. And if that is you, if that's what you need in your life, that's what you want in your life, that's what you've been looking for in your life, I'm your girl. So make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel, share it with others. And now let's get down to business. So we have a lot to talk about in a little bit of time. So let's just get right into it. Being present, powerful, and purposeful. Let's start with being present. Now, this all connects with being authentic, and this all connects with having a purpose-driven life. Now, we went through lessons 1 through 6, figuring out who you are at the core, your passions, your values, your strengths, what your purpose is, what your goals are in life, how to make them into SMART goals. And now we're going to get into the part of, well, now that you know all that, right? You have the tools, you know what you want, you know who you are. Now we gotta get into the nitty gritty of how we're gonna make sure this gets done, right? How do we make sure that you actually walk in as your authentic self and you actually live that purpose-driven life and you go after that purpose? One is being present. You have to make sure that you create systems and structures in your life that's going to help you be present in the moment and not get caught up in the what if worries. You know those what if worries. What if I fail? What if I make a mistake? What if nobody is there for me? What if it doesn't work out the way I want it to work out? All the what ifs, right? And then also the fear of the past happening again. Oh, this happened in the past. I don't want that to happen again. And or I made a mistake, or you're still holding on to a mistake you made in the past and you haven't let that go. And because of that, you're holding yourself accountable now in a sense of punishing yourself. Well, I don't deserve to actually go after this goal because I did this and I didn't resolve that, or I made this mistake in the past. Like all these things that's causing you to get stuck in the past and the future. We want to be able to let those things go so you can be in the present. So creating a routine. What's your routine like? What's your day-to-day? What's your morning routine like? What's your night routine like? What are you doing in the day to make sure you're not only just accomplishing the goals or the task on other people's to-do list they have for you, but you're also putting you on your to-do list. You're putting you on your schedule to make sure you're doing the things that you need to live your best life as your best self, for you to accomplish those career goals, for you to accomplish those life goals or those personal goals that you have that's really just about you. Are they on your schedule? Are they part of your routine, right? So that's that part about being present. And then it's also making sure you follow through on it. So we talked about the structure, right? Now talking about the systems. What systems do you have in place to make sure that happens? Do you have a calendar? Are you writing things down? If you, like me, I need a calendar, and I also need the bells and the whistles to remind me that it's on my calendar. So do you have those different organizational tools, the time management tools, the budgeting tools, that those different financial tools, all the different tools that you know you need to make sure you can actually execute the goals that you made smart back in lesson number 6? If you haven't done lesson number 6, if you haven't done lesson number 1 through 7, listen, this is not even going to make sense to you, because now we've already did a lot of execution, a lot of work, and now we're talking about how to execute all that work that we did from lessons 1 through 6. So you can watch this, take it in, but if you haven't done any of the challenges in lessons 1 through 6, make sure you go back to each lesson, complete those challenges so that this part makes sense of why you need to create these systems and structures. So we talked about being present by having some type of routine, right? And making sure you follow through on that routine. Having some type of, that's your system. What is your system? Create that system that's going to help you be able to execute your goals. And then structure. Create this structure that's going to help you execute your goals. And then you want to create your system that's going to help you follow the structure. What are the things you need in your life that's going to help you really execute that system and follow through? Now let's talk about being purposeful. This is a big one in the sense of you are being purposeful, intentional about the people, places, and things that are in your life. If you are not being purposeful about the people that you hang out with, you could be having people in your life that's going to lead you astray. That's going to pull you away from achieving the goals that you have for your life. Those goals that you set in lesson number 6, if you don't have the right people in your life, they can easily pull you away. They can easily distract you from your goals. They can easily, let's be honest, right? Manipulate you into doing something different. Try to convince you out of not doing what you've already said you wanted to do. Cause you to question or doubt yourself, right? Some intentionally, some unintentionally, right? And so you want to be mindful. The people that I have in my life, my circle, my intimate immediate circle, and then the circle that's around my intimate circle. Who are these people? Are they going to help me reach my goals, or are they going to cause me to become distracted and pull me away from my goals? And then the places. What type of environments are you in? Right? The types of places that you're going to, the type of settings that you're often in, same thing. Are they encouraging you to go after your goals? Are they encouraging you to be who you need to be to live the life that you want to live and be your best self? You know, if you, for example, let's just say you want to change, your routine, right, for your present. You want to start waking up earlier in the morning, but yet you're going to places like the nightclub. Is that helping you be able to wake up early in the morning? And the people, are they encouraging you to go to the nightclubs? When you said to them clearly, I'm really I got to wake up the next day. And they're like, oh, you're fine. Just come on out. You've done it all the time, right? Another thing with people is thinking about, are the people in your life constantly trying to pull you back to your past self? Constantly bringing up who you were and not respecting who you are now and who you're trying to become, the growth that you've made. Are they respecting that? And the places too. Are the places helping you with your growth? Are the places helping you grow into becoming the person you're trying to be? Or are the places reminding you of who you were or keeping you stagnant? Because these are places that are familiar. These are places that make things easy. And so you just stay in these places because it's easy, it's comfortable. And it's not pushing you out of your comfort zone to really do what you need to do to become who you want to become and live the life that you want to live. And the last part of this one is things. The things you're engaging in, whether it's social media, the different activities you're engaging in, the different The TV you're watching, right? The shows you're watching, the papers you're reading, the games you're engaging in, right? The different things, foods you're eating. Hello, right? These different things, are they helping you become who you're trying to become? Purposeful. Being purposeful about that, right? And also being purposeful with your energy. Are you doing things that's helping you care for yourself spiritually, emotionally, and physically? Do you even know what you need spiritually, physically, and emotionally? Do you know what those needs are? A challenge here, in this lesson, there's gonna be a few little challenges. In this one, it's like I challenge you to create care tags. You know, care tags are the tags that we have in our on our clothes. It tells us how to care for the garment, right? Well, we need care tags for ourselves as well, so we know how to care for ourselves, and then we can also communicate that to other people. Once we know how to care for ourselves, then we can effectively, right, communicate that to other people. So create your own care tag. Define a emotion, right? You know, when I'm feeling angry, when I'm feeling disappointed, when I'm feeling overwhelmed, what do I need in those moments? And you write down that list. What do I need? What do I need from people? What do I need from myself, right? What do I need from my environment? So you can know how to be purposeful with your own energy. When do I know too much is too much, right? What are my limits so I don't go beyond my own limit and burn myself out? These are things you need to know. So asking yourself that and taking moments to actually write that down, think that through. And then another part, the final part about being purposeful is really understanding how to prioritize. This is one mistake we make. A lot of times we prioritize to be able to get all the things done. No. You're not prioritizing. You got 20 things to do and you're going to prioritize all 20 things so you can get all 20 things done. No. That's not how you effectively prioritize. The purpose of prioritizing is for you to recognize what's actually most important and what things can I delegate to others and what things do I just need to let go and just pause on and do at a later date, later time, or just get rid of it. I don't need to do it at all, right? That's how you effectively prioritize. So you're prioritizing to let things go, not prioritizing to get all the things done. That's how you lead to burnout and feeling overwhelmed. So being purposeful about what you are identifying as a priority. And you shouldn't have 20 priorities. Listen, top 3, 5 absolute max, but 5 is too much, to be honest. Top 3 things you need to prioritize. And each day might be different. Each part of the day, what you prioritize in the morning might be different from what you prioritize at night, but you need to be intentional and purposeful about what you're prioritizing, which goes back to that present. So you know what if you have a schedule, if you have a routine, you have structures in place, systems in place, then you can be intentional about what I need to prioritize in these different parts of my life, these different days, times in my life. And the final part, we talked about being present, talked about being purposeful. Now let's talk about being powerful. You know I love a good conversation about boundaries. If you don't know, check out my previous videos. I have lots of videos on boundary setting. And it might not directly say boundary setting, but you could tell in the show notes, the description, or in the title, oh, this is about boundaries. So part of being powerful is being assertive. Listen, you do not have time to be passive, aggressive, or passive aggressive with your communication, because neither one of those are going to help you effectively communicate what you need and help people really clearly understand and take what you need and take what you're saying seriously. Assertive communication is the only way to do that. You have to be assertive with your communication. And ways to do that is there's something called I statements, where you are really just focusing on yourself. You're not here to point out the other person's mishaps and, all the things they did wrong and, trying to embarrass them and make them feel bad. You're not trying to intentionally hurt the person or be sarcastic. With assertive communication and through I statements, you are literally just trying to say, you're just letting the person know, listen, what just happened now, this is how it affected me. I statements go like this. The sentence stem is, I feel blank when you blank I need you blank. I feel, fill in the blank with that feeling statement, when you or when X happened or happens because, so you're specifically saying what that feeling is, the action, right? The situation that caused that feeling. Again, this is not about the person. You just focus on the behavior itself or the event, not the person's personality and all the mistakes they've done in the past. And then you're explaining because you're explaining why. So the person understands why this caused that type of emotion. And then the most important and key ingredient to the assertive communication in the sentence stem is stating what you need from the other person. Because you can tell them all in and out about how you feel and why you feel that way, but it's not really clear for them to understand what do you need from them until you tell them what I need. Right? So then it's like, well, I need for you to do blank, or I need blank, right? And that is a very straightforward, clear statement that lets the person know why this was upsetting for you, why this bothered you, right? Another way to be really powerful within your communications, don't get tricked by gaslighting. Don't allow somebody else's statements of trying to minimize what you're going through and trying to maximize their hurt, right, to then cause you to question your own feelings, your own experience. And then before you know, you start backing out and say, well, maybe I am doing too much. Maybe this is not as important because they mentioned this and that sounds so much more important. They're going through so much more than what I'm saying. No. Stick to what you were saying. Don't get caught up in the back and forth. Just repeat, this is what I need. I hear what you're saying and I see how that has upset you, but I'm talking about this. This is what I'm bringing up, right? Don't get tricked by the gaslighting. Stay focused on your intention the entire time. Stand firm in it and don't back out of that. And then the final part about being purposeful outside of the communication piece, or being powerful outside of the communication piece, is stop yourself from trying to please, perfect, and prove. Seek your own validation. Be powerful in seeking your own validation. Stop yourself from trying to please everyone, trying to make everybody else happy, trying to make people see you the way you want them to see you, trying to make people give you the positive response that you need, or trying to please so you can get them to validate you, so you can get the encouragement from them. No. You focus on giving that to yourself and prove. You shouldn't have to prove yourself to anybody. Doing all the things, overworking yourself, trying to overachieve in ways to prove that you belong here, that you have earned the accomplishments you received, that you know what you're talking about. That's a lot of pressure on yourself. And what you're telling yourself is that you are not enough unless you prove to other people and other people say that you are enough. Because if I prove and they see it and they validate it, then that confirms that I am enough. No. You don't need to prove who you are to feel like you're enough. If you are telling yourself you're enough, if you recognize that you're enough, that's all you need, whether people like it or don't like it. Acknowledge it or do not acknowledge it. And then the perfecting, that's just stressful. Trying to be perfect. Again, if I am perfect, the idea with perfection is if I'm perfect, then nobody can point out my flaws. Nobody can point out any mistakes. Nobody will find out I don't know what I'm talking about, or I know what I'm doing. Right? And the trick here is allowing yourself to be okay with making mistakes. Allowing yourself to recognize I'm human and mistakes are going to be made. Listen, when I do these videos, this is a one take thing. Like, you get what you get. I don't go back and do editing unless or do a whole nother redo it, unless I totally missed the mark on what I was trying to deliver. But if I make a mistake in the moment, I'm just going to figure it out and correct it while I'll go. So you might hear me stutter. You might hear me mispronounce a word because I talk fast. You might hear me talking fast. And I realize, girl, while I'm talking, you need to slow down. You're talking too fast because now you're messing up your words, right? Listen, you're going to see and hear all of that because I don't have time to try to please, prove, and perfect, because I got things I have to do. I got things I have to get done. And a lot of times you guys don't even care. You're just like, just give me the information. And actually, when I see you become imperfect, that makes me recognize, like, girl, she imperfect. I can be imperfect. And so authenticity is key. People love it. And people will love you so much more when you are your authentic self. And you will love that part. I mean, forget about other people loving you. You will love yourself so much more when you just honor and respect and celebrate your authentic self. Mistakes, flaws, and all, good, bad, indifferent, all of it. And so stop trying to please, perfect, and prove. Give yourself your own validation. So that's it for lesson number 7. I mean, the challenges were within the challenges. I mean, listen, remember, challenge number 1, be present, set a routine, create structures and systems. Challenge number 2, for being purposeful, identify, the people, places, and things within your environment that are helping you and not helping you. And then be strategic with your prioritizing. Only prioritize the things that are most important for that moment, or, for what you need in right now, and not trying to prioritize based on trying to do all the things. Challenge number 3 under powerful is practice using assertive communication. And challenge yourself to not focus on or trying to get other people to give you the validation, but you giving the validation for yourself. So on every day, celebrate yourself, celebrate your wins, identify a win you had, congratulate yourself, give yourself breaks and rest when you need them, and not punish yourself and say, I gotta keep going until everything's done. Those are your challenges for lesson number 7. If you haven't subscribed, make sure y'all subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok, Speak Life Transformation. Facebook, Live and Speak Life. As you know, there's always a freebie. Check out the freebie in the show notes, where you have a free video that will help you put a lot of this together. I actually go even more details about a lot of the things I talked about today. So check out, it's a quick short video that's going to be jam-packed with things that's going to be life-changing to help you pursue your dreams and your purpose and live authentically. And I have a bonus freebie in there that is an e-course that's going to help you learn different strategies on this journey, this purpose-driven, authentic life journey. For 5 days straight, I will be popping up in your emails, giving you a strategy a day that you can apply to help you live your best life as your best self unapologetically. And as always, make sure you be bold, be safe, and speak life.